Camera's on.
Welcome back to Debate Me Maybe podcast, where we are going to be discussing some interesting facts or political and economic.
Yes, sir.
We're just going to be talking about interesting things this
100%.
episode. So, yeah.
How's your week been?
My week has been decent.
Nice.
It's been all right. It's not been like awful, but
I thought of a
it's been
topic.
good.
So tomorrow, I'm going up to Leeds to do a pub crawl called the Otley Run.
Yeah.
And you're from South Africa originally.
Yeah.
What do you think about the UK's drinking culture? Because I do think to myself sometimes that the culture in the UK is that like kids they're young, they're drinking, it's like glorified, but it can become a real issue. So what do you think about that?
To be fair, I think
Because it's good for now, because we're that age where it's like you can take advantage of that.
Yeah.
But in a couple of years, I don't know, when you have kids yourself, you might think, is this great for their health long term? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, the drinking culture in this country is just a really big part of being British, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like
It wouldn't be the same without it.
it kind of wouldn't.
It's like weed in Jamaica. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
No, I get it.
it's just like a thing, and I think people, I think it only becomes an issue when you can't stop, where you have to rely on it. I think as soon as that happens, people should recognise that. But then, because the culture is so big, how do we know that people are going to be able to spot that? Because it's in the summer per se. Let's talk about yesterday. The weather was nice. We went and got a beer. It's like, say the weather's nice every day. You do that every day. You're able to stop, but then one of your mates they're at the pub every day. They can't stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people that just drink every single day.
At my local Weatherspoons, there's a kid in there. Every time I go in there.
A kid? How old is he?
Well, he's like my age, but like that's what's worrying. But then again, he probably thinks the same about me.
Yeah.
But then I can guarantee he's there more than me because I think he's a drug dealer though, so that probably makes sense why he's there. But I don't know. He just gives that vibe.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like with your kids, you can. I think when they get into secondary school, I feel like you what's gonna happen is gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know because every
so
kid.
it's like the inevitable.
I think
they're gonna get a hold of alcohol anyway.
Is the inevitable. At the end of the day, I feel like when you have kids, you can't scare them from it. I think as soon as you do that, then it's like that question. Oh, but I want to do it now because you said I can't. I want to. That's why I feel like that sometimes the best thing you have to do is just be honest with your kids. You need to say, all right, well, it's going to be inevitable. Just if you want to drink, just be honest. Don't take the piss. Because, like, there's nothing worse than, say, your kid, he's drunk, he's gotten really drunk, he's really ill, and he has to keep that a secret. It just leads on to more bad things. I just think honesty is the best way to go about it. Look at, like, the royal family.
Yeah.
Like, the what's his name? Will and Harry. They flipping went through a phase of going to parties, doing that stuff. It's like, you can't really, you just got to learn how to deal with it.
They can get away with whatever they want.
Yeah. What happens. You just got to learn a way to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay, go on.
For the future of society, should we reject neoliberalist economic doctrine?
What does that even mean?
Charlie just thought to himself, how can I be so different? How can I be so different? How can I be so...
I thought you want to play that game.
Okay, Charlie, what does it mean?
Okay, so basically, in like the 1970s...
Why are we entertaining this? All right.
In the 1970s...
Sorry, mate, we're live then. Can't talk about that. Megan, I swear, if you come up with something like that, then you getting...
Wait, what have you guys talked about so far?
Not a lot.
Oh, you're doing casual conversation.
Oh, you could do like, what do you think the world will be in like 30, 50 years?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
When I think about this, I think about 200 years ago, we were still on horses and carriages. And in 50 years, we got from that point to this point. So imagine in another 50 years, what's going to be about.
To be fair, yeah.
I don't think flying cars, me personally, I think that's something that would
I don't think flying cars will ever
because
exist.
it's just a hazard in general. You know,
well, it's just
they can't control it
unethical.
like
I mean,
on the
it doesn't really
roads.
make sense. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, it would be really good for everyone because there'll be more land, so more space for people to have housing and whatnot. And
I
more
think the
space for
world
business.
ends before that, personally. Nuclear
Fair enough.
warfare. Have you seen that meteorite that's supposed to be
No?
hitting
Which
Earth?
meteorite?
There's one. It's the chance of it hitting Earth is like, it was what, 1%? Have you seen this or anyone? 1% gone to like
Okay, well-
2%. So it's probably
Oh, it's gone up.
yeah, it's going
Oh.
up slowly.
It's the end.
But I'd love the drama.
You'd love
Imagine
the
that everyone would bond.
It's like every end of the world movie.
It'd be like lockdown again. Just like, yeah.
everyone just with their families.
What did you think about lockdown? Obviously, if you're putting this on YouTube, you can't say the C word. You can't say that.
Can you not?
No, you'll get
That's crazy.
something happens. It's the weird matrix of YouTube.
Can I say the virus?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the virus.
Well, the virus, yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of people say this. It's a split opinion. Some people loved lockdown. Some people hated it. Me personally, I loved it, but others didn't. So what did you think about lockdown?
Personally, I mean, I didn't hate it or love it because, like, obviously,
People were dying.
That's true. People were dying. But obviously, lockdown was. Which one are we talking about? The first or second?
All of them.
So,
But it was only two.
okay. Well, the first lockdown was kind of interesting because that's when I moved to this country, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I think I spoke about this in one of the last episodes. So I moved to the country, I didn't know anyone, which meant I was kind of just by myself for however long the lockdown went on for. I think it was like half a year or something, 6 months.
That's sad.
So it was quite a while. It was quite just a long time just by myself. But to be fair, I learned and did a lot of things in that lockdown. Like I got my passion
It was
for...
probably, sorry to interrupt, but it's probably a nice thing to just get you into the country that slowly.
to be fair, yeah.
Because if
got-
you just did it and it wasn't lockdown, it would be very overwhelming. And like
That's true,
you're
yeah.
a normal guy, obviously you would have got used to it. But I mean,
Yeah.
just slowly. But anyway, sorry, continue.
I think, no, I do see that point because obviously it was a lot easier to actually just settle in. But in terms of actually like settling in with like society, like going into school and things like that, I didn't really go into school after like a year.
Yeah.
Charlie making a fighting. Ooh, who's gonna win? I don't know.
I don't
Anyways,
usually
sorry.
watch this part, but
Anyways, yeah. So,
see what you've done now, guys. You put him off.
what was I talking about now? Wait, hold on.
Lockdown. Something.
No, yeah, lockdown. Oh yes, getting back into school and things like that. Things like that. Of course, like settling down wise, that was like it was perfect. 6 months of just trying to get used to the country it's great.
And the weather in that time was actually quite nice.
The
Obviously,
weather was beautiful.
It's nothing
It
compared to
was
South
summer.
Africa.
Oh yeah, no,
but
it wasn't.
It was nice for the UK standards.
It was quite funny because when we first came here, we came from South Africa and it was summer during South Africa. So I think it was like 28, 29 degrees when we left.
Lovely.
And we landed and got out the airport and it was like, I think it was 19, which is pretty warm here for this country. I got out and I needed to put a jacket on. That's how cold I was.
See,
It was a completely different atmosphere. Like,
yeah.
it was
Have
crazy.
you been before you moved that time? Did you ever come to the UK before?
No.
Really?
My dad and mum have visited the UK
Okay.
before my brother, sister, and me was born.
Oh, fair enough.
So it was a little while ago. I think it was like 30 years ago.
What are your
28
honest
years ago.
thoughts on the UK?
I think I love this country. I do. There's just so much opportunity in this country that I just didn't have in South Africa.
Do you know what, one thing I don't like about this country though?
Yeah, well,
I hate that. I think we spoke about this in the last one. I hate that people who live in this country hate the country. Well, at least you get to go in a nice Sorry?
I don't think like that.
No, I'm not talking
no,
about
I know,
you.
I was joking.
I'm talking. See, he's got a bit defensive
I
there.
know.
Yeah, but anywho's, yeah, those people who are like, like you're sleeping in a warm bed. The country could be worse. See, he's storming out now.
He is. He's running away. He's sad.
Really pissed
He's
off.
Yeah, he's affected. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I just don't get the culture about hating this country. Don't get me wrong, there are things that could be improved,
Yeah.
but I think that's for every country. The world isn't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If the world was perfect and it was just our country, yeah, but nowhere you go is going to be great. And I just think this culture at the minute, everyone has a voice.
Yeah.
Some could see that as a good thing. some could see that as a bad thing, because if everyone has a voice, that's going to mean people who shouldn't have a voice with a stupid opinion, they meet a group of people who also have that stupid opinion, and in strength comes in
It's like-
numbers.
yeah.
So yeah, that's
It's like
just,
all the presidential voting and things and the strikes in America that you have.
literally it's like there's
Donald Trump versus
a
like-
group of bad people like for everything. Like there's good things which are ruined by bad people. Because there's a spectrum to every topic. Like Marvel, for example, there's like great fan base,
I could talk about Marvel for like
harmless.
hours.
Yeah, but then there's a toxic group of the fan base who just shit on it, which is like you're not 10 years old anymore. You're a grown man who doesn't shower, who doesn't do anything. You're watching a movie made for 10-year-olds and you're complaining about it like it was catered just for you. I think if you don't like something, you should just not watch it. I think putting so much negative energy in the air ruins it for the people who actually enjoy it.
No, I get that. I completely agree with you. It's just that when like, especially if you're like a very big fan of something, for example, let's say you're like a 30-year-old guy, you're living by yourself, you're an adult, right? You know, and you love Marvel movies and Marvel comics and whatnot, and they promise to create a really good Marvel movie that's supposed to be better than any other before.
Yeah.
And it comes out and it's an absolute piece of dog water. You kind of have the right to be like,
But it's
I
subjective.
hated this movie. You should have done better.
I get that, but for me personally, don't get me wrong.
I mean, bad movies are bad movies. Good movies are good movies.
Yeah,
I
but it's so subjective. Some of my
the
favorite
thing is,
films
it
are
can
bad
be-
films.
The thing is, it can be subjective, but it can also be logical. Like if a movie is bad, it's bad. Doesn't matter who watches it. Like
But if you enjoy
what's
a
a
bad
what's
movie,
a really bad movie, for example?
all right, Ant-Man Quantumania.
That was a terrible movie.
But I was sitting there, and when the ants beat Kong, no,
I know you can.
Did
yeah.
it make sense?
No,
Not really.
And the CGI.
Did I
and the CGI
did I
CGI was
enjoy it?
awful.
But that's the thing. I just feel like people look too deeply into things. And when you said about the 30-year-old guy
Yeah.
who didn't like Marvel movie, for example, he's allowed to feel like that. But I don't see the point in, if you don't like something, feeling like you have to share your opinion. You
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
if you don't share your opinion, then the studio won't change. Like,
yeah,
they
but,
need feedback.
Yeah,
basically.
but look, Marvel has been making bad films for like 5 years now. After Endgame, there's been
Well,
projects.
they're just
people
doing
have-
it for money.
Haven't
Because people still watch the
but-
movies.
Yeah, because there is a group of people that like them. At the end of the day, it's like most people you speak to, like there's just a minority on the internet
Yeah.
who share their negative opinion. And negative opinions, that's what gets the most views, because people are like, oh, they either disagree with this, leave a comment, that helps their engagement, or there's a minority of people who agree with them, they'll like it, boost their engagement. If someone said, I really like this film, no one would care. People just want to look at the bad things, and that's why people do it. Sometimes people go out of their way. If they enjoyed a film, or not even if they enjoyed a film, if they were just like, yeah, that was an average film, because they know a negative opinion will do better online, they'll go out of their way to share all their negative thoughts on the thing. And I've done that as well. I had a TikTok when I was speaking about Marvel movies, Deadpool and Wolverine. I did enjoy the film a little bit. My first TikTok that I made on it was all the bad things that I didn't like. And that did better than the video where I spoke about the good things. So negative opinions are just for clout. Marvel's not as bad as people think. You got to get a life, I'm afraid. If you have enough time to speak about what you hate about a film, then you're clearly bored.
Yeah.
You're allowed to not like it, but just don't watch the next one.
What if it's like for a living, like film critics? They do
Fair,
that for a
yeah,
living.
you get paid for that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If you're not getting paid for it, and you're just like,
But
you just didn't like it.
But it's like anything then, like businesses and hotels, for example. Like hotels is a big one when you have to leave a review.
Yeah.
If you leave bad reviews, it's not going to be good for the hotel. But it just shows that the hotel was not good.
But that's fair. But you're paying to go to the hotel.
And you're paying to go watch a movie
No, you're paying for the facility of the cinema.
to watch the movie.
Yeah, but most people these days don't even pay for films.
A lot of people still pay for films. Like Charlie still pays for films. He just gets.
Okay, but
pays
Charlie's
like
Charlie's an
£30 a year.
anomaly. Charlie isn't like the average person.
He's a glitch.
He's a glitch, yeah. I mean, maybe I'm talking a bit too extreme. I'll be.
No,
but
I get your point.
I just don't get why people love to be so negative.
Okay. No, that's true. A lot of people love being negative. I do agree with that.
Yeah, and
it's like a common thing that keeps happening.
I just can't be. I don't really just like. I
People
just don't
find
see the point.
interest in negative things.
Yeah, people love.
The sadder and horrible it is, the more interesting it is.
100%.
It's strange. It's just a strange dynamic, really. It's weird.
Speaking about that though, I'm about to contrast everything I just said. The new Captain America movie was arse.
You know what? Listen, I agree with you. It was absolutely awful, but it was
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing.
That's
It
the
was,
thing.
it was enjoyable.
It was such an entertaining film. That
Red
it kinda-
Hulk was amazing. Wasn't
Oh, he was. I mean, it's awful, but it's so fun.
Mm.
It's such a fun movie.
But that's what I think Marvel movies are about. Do you know what an underrated Marvel film is?
Okay.
The first Ant-Man film.
I enjoyed the first
That
Ant-Man
f-
film.
that
I
film
mean,
was
it
so
wasn't awful, but it wasn't like
And they linked it to, like, that's the thing about Marvel films that they've lost. Now, in a Marvel film, it's a big, this character, multiverse with this character. In that film, they added a little scene with the Falcon at the Avengers thing.
yeah.
But they did it made sense. Like, he was there.
to
and-
get something.
Yeah, literally. But now, it's just for no reason. It's just to have a...
Yeah, like Quantumania. I
Yeah.
didn't get it.
No,
Yeah.
it
I
was...
mean, it's all in the comics, fair enough, but they just
Yeah.
didn't portray it properly.
You can't really... The multiverse thing, I feel like if you're going to make a film about the multiverse, you
Yeah.
need to make a film solely about the multiverse. It can't connect to anything else, because with the Marvel films...
That's why I really enjoyed the Loki series.
Yeah,
Have you
the
seen
Loki series
Loki
was
series
good.
is one of the best Marvel
because
series
it's
out.
it's
Yeah.
solely about that.
It's solely about the multiverse, and it gives you detailed examples of why this happens and why that happens, and the
100%.
multiverse in general. Like, if you don't watch Loki, you'll get confused if you watch Quantumania,
But then
or if you watch.
But that's the thing. You can't with Marvel. I think one of the things that they've messed up with really is that they've made people have to watch these Disney Plus shows. Where I don't feel like that's, I don't know, I don't really get that. I like people will like watching movies. Making people watch a TV show. Don't get me wrong, there's some I liked, but making that a massive watch and making it tie in with Deadpool and Wolverine, which was one of the biggest films. It was always going to be a massive film.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a very good movie.
It was
again
fun,
like
though.
the new Captain America. It was entertaining, but it wasn't good.
It was,
necessarily.
yeah. The thing is, it's one of those films where Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU multiverse, that was always going to be massive.
Yeah,
So it's like, I felt like they didn't feel like they had to create an amazing screenplay for that. Do you know what I mean? So
that's true. Yeah, and CGI in movies now are just dropping so badly.
yeah,
It's
that's
like it's getting sad.
it bugs me. Do you know what I mean? Because when I watch movies, ever since I was a little kid, I always like the what's that Pirates of the Caribbean film?
Which one?
I don't know which one. I haven't really watched, but I've seen the CGI in those
Oh,
films.
like with the tentacle guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And like when I was younger, I think, oh my god, if that's that now, in 10 years, that CGI is gonna be so much better. It's gonna look like it's actually real.
It looks worse.
It's gone worse. And to be fair, I get it. It's they're not paying the people.
They're not
working
spending
on
as
the
much
film.
time on movies now, just
Yeah.
because it's all just money. They're just doing it for money. Whereas, I mean, they were still doing it for money back in the day, but when they were releasing these things, they were actually paying attention.
But
and-
it shows though, because films like the Spider-Verse films, they've taken years to come out because
The animations.
they're working hard on it. The next Batman movie, they're working harder on it. They're taking
Yeah.
longer.
And you notice how people actually love those movies.
Yeah.
Movies that are actually cared for and people spend time creating actually love.
Because it's done. That's what I don't get. People have made good films before.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that these people don't know how to make good films. I think it's either just they're doing it to be lazy, they're doing it to money grab. I don't know.
It's definitely because they're money grabbing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But then you got to ask yourself,
it's like they're
if
making
you can do that, if you can make millions by making
Yeah.
a subpar film, you don't need to spend loads of money on it. Would you do it?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
that kind of makes sense. It's a business, but it's like they're making the new Shrek 4. It's like you don't need to do that.
Have you seen that thing where they're like,
don't need to do
they
it.
know what the plot of the film is going to be? It's going to be his daughter. She's going to be like, oh, I want to get out of this swamp. I wanna explore, like the typical cartoon movie. And Shrek's like, no, you can't leave the swamp. We've got everything you need. She's gonna go off on an adventure. Shrek and Donkey are gonna have to go and look for her, and then they're gonna reconcile and have to fight. I don't know.
So it's gonna be like the first one.
Yeah, I've got a prediction.
When he goes to find Fiona.
Yeah, no, literally. I've got a prediction though. You know, in the last Despicable Me film, I think it was, where they do the thing where they bring all the old villains back and make it really
they're
cringy.
dancing.
I bet they're gonna do that in
Oh,
this
yeah?
film. It's just like I want to play
what, in
bingo.
Shrek?
Yeah. No, definitely. They're gonna like it's the like nostalgia factor.
Yeah, but they
And,
did that
yeah.
in the
Well,
third
you don't even
one.
want to speak to me about nostalgia. I hate nostalgia. It consumes me. I hate it.
You hate it because you love it, or you
I hate it because I love it, yeah. And I love it because I hate it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a thing. Like, for me, I think it's a mental disorder, honestly. Sometimes, like, I will sit back, get my phone out, look through old pictures on my phone,
Yeah.
and I'll play songs which go to that time period in my life. And sometimes
No, but that's
I'll get
kinda cool,
emotional. No, it's not cool. It's not cool when
You'll
I
get
can't just leave it at that. I'll have to if I see a picture, on this day, on the 3rd of March 2020, I went out with these people and did this. I'll have some weird OCD thing in my head where 5 years later I have to call those people and say, "Oh, do you want to do this again?"
Bro, you're just cherishing memories.
No, but it's not, because I'll see people that I was with at that time. I'll contact them to speak to them. I'll hang out with them, and I'll realise I stopped hanging out with you for a reason. But nostalgia blinds that, and it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's like with films as well. Some films you watch, like, I don't know, like if you haven't watched a film in a while and it was bad,
Yeah.
and you get that nostalgia, like, oh, I remember feeling so good about that. Even with the Spider-Man No Way Home, linking that to Marvel.
Oh, I get what you're talking about.
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you realise, and then it's like, in that moment it was so good, but you watch that film now, it was such a shit film. But you liked it because of all the
Yeah.
nostalgia it holds within it.
Mm.
And everything's about nostalgia these days. Every film that's coming out, nothing's new. Like, there's some things, don't get me wrong, but the things that do
It's,
well,
it's,
it's
it's
about
hard
nostalgia.
to create like original ideas now.
But they did
kinda
it
just have
10
to
years
copy.
ago. But when everything was about, they made loads of new ideas. Look at all the remakes, reboots. Why can't they do that now? Because they're lazy. They know nostalgia.
I mean,
is
the
so
Minecraft movie's coming out
Yeah, but that is
April
nostalgia.
4th.
That is nostalgia. I mean, I'm going to watch that film because it's
It's going to
nostalgia.
be garbage, but we're going to watch
Literally,
it anyway.
honestly, speaking of that Minecraft music could make me cry. It brings
Yeah.
back so many happy
they
memories.
better have Creeper, the song Creeper.
Oh man, yeah, no, I don't
We
think they
back
will.
in the mine.
If they do that, things like that, you show respect. They've done their research.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna hit. But then I bet there's gonna be like a 10-year-old who won't even know that song and be like, "Why, Mum? Why are they playing this song?" And then
Yeah.
if I hear a little kid say that, I'm kicking them out of
I
the
just
cinema.
find it funny how they're like, let's create a Minecraft movie. Oh, who's a funny actor? Let's get Jack Black.
That is lazy.
That's just like
I would have rather like an animated film.
I would have much. They should have kept Minecraft as an animation.
Literally.
Like it's
it's like-
not it's not supposed to be live action.
It's even now. It's sad when what's the Smiths at the train station when you walk past. I look in the store. There's Minecraft toys. I'm like, oh, that's sick. When I was young, I would have loved Minecraft toys. They're not about Minecraft. They're about the movie. You can get an action figure of Jack Black dressed up in flipping diamond armor.
That's
What's that
That's
about?
just weird.
What is that about? No one wants that.
No kid wants.
I want Steve.
No kid wants a man dressed up in diamond armor.
Literally, no, I literally was like, "Mummy, can I get the big fat man in diamond armor, please?" It's like, who wants to play with that? It's like,
Yeah.
I love Jack Black, so I feel bad.
No,
but
he's cool. Yeah,
He's
cool.
he's not my Steve.
Yeah, he's not. And
I'm what? Maybe I'm just not woke, but
Yeah.
That's
and-
bad. That's great. Keep that in. What's to say?
I
It's
don't
just-
think Jack Black.
it's just
watches.
it's just funny how they think they can just get away with like, oh, they're gonna put Jack Black there.
Mm.
They're gonna just put a blue shirt on him and then call him Steve, and he's just gonna get
Yeah.
away with it. It's like, how lazy is that?
You know what? I would have just loved a film of them just doing the average Minecraft things, like them having to just they get put in Minecraft. I don't care that it's real people, but then forget
They
Steve.
should have made it like a like the Hunger Games.
in
That
Minecraft.
sort of situation, yeah. In
Yeah,
Minecraft.
that would be cool. But no, but even fighting the Ender Dragon, how cool would it be? Maybe they'll do that in the film. I don't know. But imagine them fighting the Ender Dragon and like.
I
winning
think
and
the main bosses in this Minecraft movie are gonna be the Piglin, which is the pigman is so stupid.
I'd rather
Like,
the thing is, I've seen they've included it in the movie, but you know the when like a baby zombie on a chicken.
yeah.
That's who you should be scared of more than anyone.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, yeah. It's just silly. 2 truths, 1 lie.
should we just do it about ourselves?
Okay.
Okay.
To end it off, 2 truths, 1
Yeah,
lie.
all right.
You're meant to do it about.
That's fine. All right. Do you
You
want to go
go
first?
No, you go first.
I'll go first. All right. Okay. When I was younger, I don't know. It's hard because I don't like. I'm such a bad liar.
Yes, I do.
Office.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. When me and my family drive into London, we saw Ricky Gervais out the window. Went, "Hi, Ricky," and he waved back to us. Then we've got Logan Paul told me to f off at one of the Misfits events, and when I was younger, I pissed myself in a karate lesson.
Okay, well, the karate one's true.
How do you know that?
I don't know that. I just know that's true.
I can't say anything.
Okay, so karate one is true.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul one is true.
Mhm.
And you seeing Ricky Gervais is not true.
Are you locking that in?
Okay, Ricky Gervais one's true. Logan Paul not true.
Are you sure?
I don't think Logan Paul would care to say anything.
Okay, final answer. Go on.
Okay, so Karate Kid,
Cry kid.
wetting yourself as when you're doing karate, that's true. Logan Paul is not. That just is telling us to end the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Logan Paul one's not true, and the Ricky Gervais one is true. Yeah,
Sure.
final answer. Go.
Final answer. You're right.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, quickly.
Okay, my turn. Quickly.
But that's not fair. You've had more time to think about it than me.
Actually, I haven't. I'm just. I've been trying to listen to you.
Fair enough. Yeah. To be fair, I waffled on for a while.
I've met Hank from Breaking Bad
Yeah.
in St. Albans.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
True. I know that's true.
I have caught a jellyfish
You call
while
it
fishing.
jellyfish. Okay.
I once nearly died by a lawnmower falling on top of me.
Hank one's true.
Okay.
Jellyfish one's false. Third one is correct.
Yeah, that's true. Hey. Know me too well.
I know. Oh.
Anyways, thank you guys for joining Debate Me Maybe
you.
podcast. We didn't do much debate. Actually, we did a little bit of debating
a little bit of
with the
debate.
movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, catch us in the next video where we will have a different topic and we might have a different person talking and
Yes,
speaking.
sir.
But
No.
Leo will always be here, but we might have like
Nah, it's fine.
guests and whatnot. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.